Hey, honey.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, everybody. I'm Fen.
I'm Lauren.
And this is Recipe Roulette, a cooking show where we...
Choose a cookbook, open to a page at random, and we make what it says.
And tonight we're making...
Baklava.
Oh.
Yeah.
Baklava is such a tasty dish. Mm-hmm. And it seems really simple on paper. But man, that phyllo dough is a pain to work with.
Yeah, it is.
So, you have a seat. I'm going to whip this up. And I'll bring you back for the first bite.
Okay.
Alright.
Thanks for cooking.
You're welcome. Alright. For our ingredients, we got 2 cups of sugar, a cup and a half of water. We got 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, 5 cloves, 1 lemon, 1 tablespoon of honey, 3 cups of chopped nuts, 2 sticks of butter, and 1 package of phyllo dough. Alright, let's work on putting this together. I just gotta move my camera over here to my overhead shot of the pot. And we're going to bring this up on high because I need to get this water boiling. Oh yeah, I forgot we had one other ingredient, was a 1/4 cup of sugar. That's going, okay. So, water's still just about ready to boil. So we got our 1/4 cup of sugar, and then we're going to take about a teaspoon of cinnamon, and put that into our food blender, or if you got a bowl that you had these nuts sitting in, you can just mix them that way. But we're gonna mix those up. It's gonna be one of our key ingredients. All right, we got our water has come to a boil. We're gonna take the remainder of our cinnamon and put that in, along with our 2 cups of sugar. We're going to squeeze the juice out of our lemons. You can use a juicer if you want. This 1 small lemon cut in half. I figure, I can just squeeze this by hand. Get that exercise. Really crush this. Alright. Now I've reduced my heat down to low. And I'm just going to simmer this for about 25 minutes until it thickens up. And then we'll be ready for the next step. Alright, once you've got your simple syrup you've just made, your vanilla cinnamon simple syrup you just made here, all simmered down, I like to add a little bit into whatever vessel I was holding my honey in, just so my honey will pour out a little better. Don't want to leave any of that honey behind. We're going to take that off the burner. Remember, put the tea kettle on top of your burner so you don't end up having an exposed burner. Very easy for somebody to burn themselves on an exposed burner. All right, we got to move back over to the cutting board. All right, the 2 sticks of butter I popped in my microwave so I can melt it, because this is the easiest way to do this. And you're just going to take a basting brush, get it in that melty, buttery goodness, and we are going to lather up inside of your biggest casserole dish with all that buttery goodness. Now, hang on. Foolishly, I left my glasses over on the table by the door. All right, we're prepping our pan. We're gonna preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Check, make sure we didn't leave anything in there. I'm an absent-minded cook. I forget stuff. Usually it's just like a baking tray because we use those silicone mats. So I'll just leave the baking tray in there because it's still hot. I don't want anybody to burn themselves. And all my food safety stuff, tricks. All right, so we're gonna get out our packages of phyllo dough. Open up this package. Make sure that you've got this really nice and warmed up, back up to room temperature, because if it's not room temperature, you can totally ruin your phyllo dough. And it will rip so easily when you're handling it if it's the slightest bit cold. Okay, and it's like paper thin pages here. And you're just going to brush this with oil, or water. I mean, butter. What am I thinking about? Even other thing but what I actually got here. Brush that top sheet very carefully. Pull up that top sheet. You're going to transfer that over into your pan. Trying not to rip it, but if you do, like I just did, you can always just layer the next sheet on top of it. Carefully separate these. Not carefully separating. Butter's like soaking through the layers. We're just going to grab both of these sheets. We're just going to transfer that into our pan. I wish I had more cameras. All right, let's move this over here. Showing you what the sheets look like. Yeah, and we're going to butter our sheets in the pan. Don't try, separate them out. Don't try to stack them, or you will have a bad time. All right, let's grab the next sheet. You're going to put down a layer of 10. So we've got 2 already. This one makes 3. And buttering in between is what's going to make all of this nice, flaky amazing pastry alive. Sheet number 4. Sheet number 5. It feels like 6. It's trying to come with it. Sheet number 5. Now this is, I think, is the 3rd time in my life I have actually made baklava. My sister was actually really good at making baklava. So, Heidi, if you're watching, give you the props. You're the much better baklava maker than I am. Well, then again, I think she makes it about as often as I do. It's like a once every so many years kind of thing. And the last time I made baklava was about 6 years ago, maybe 5. And it's not that it's time consuming. It's not that it is, I think this is layer number 7. It's not that it's time consuming. It's not that it's so many steps. It's not that really that the phyllo dough is such a pain to work with. It's really just like all of that together. Now, it's one of those things where it's like, this is a dish where it's like, okay, I'm going to need some time. I need some time to make this. I'm going to need some time to recover from making this. If you work at a Greek pastry cafe or restaurant, and you're the guy that makes guy or gal that makes baklava every week, like every couple of days, my heart goes out to you, because this is a lot of patience and a lot of work. And I really hope you're not eating it as often as you're making it. That's the other thing, man. This is crazy. Okay, I think that's 10 layers. I don't know. I lost track. We're gonna get our ground nut. Did mix the 1/4 cup of sugar and tablespoon of cinnamon in with this. And we're gonna get it spread out. Then we're just going to do 2 layers of phyllo dough. Patch up that little rip we had right there. And much more careful. We're ripping it. Not supposed to be gripping and ripping. Supposed to be gentle. Gentle. Soft hands. It's like you're teaching the kids class in kickboxing. You just gotta be soft, not be trying to take their heads off. Pat some of these layers that are bunching up over on the ends. I'll fold them over a little bit. That way we don't have a baklava skater park. I'm just gonna put on another layer. butter around the edges. Down 2 more sheets. And you're just going to complete this, continue this process of 2 sheets of phyllo dough, and then a layer of your nut mixture until you get to close to the top. And when you're going to finish it off, you're going to finish it off with 10 sheets of phyllo dough across the top. And bake that in your preheated oven. Preheating that to 350. And you're gonna let this cook for about an hour until it is nice and golden brown. So I'm gonna keep putting these layers together. All right, actually before I pop this in the oven, one of the things I'm supposed to do is cut it. You want to try not to cut all the way down through. You want to cut it into diamond shapes. Cutting it like this is going to allow us, when it's all baked, we can drizzle our syrup down in. All nice and evenly. Yeah, you can tell, you can definitely tell I have not made baklava in a while. I'm all like, oh, oh shoot. All right. Which is kind of sad that I haven't made baklava in a while, because this stuff is really, really good. It's just really time consuming to make. Alright, we got our baklava scarred. Let's try to get things covered back up here. And I'm going to pop this into the oven, 350 for an hour. And I'm ready for the next step. Okay. So you definitely want to keep an eye on this because you don't want it to burn. Just turn it up nice and golden brown. And we're going to start ladling on this. Nice and still a little bit warm sauce, syrup. Ladle it, ladle it. Nice and slow, all down in there. Syrup all in there. I'm gonna let this cool. And then we'll be ready for the first bite. All right, time for the first bite of baklava. That is the best baklava I have ever made. And I think...
Have you made baklava before?
This is either my third or fourth time making it.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely as good a baklava as I've had in any restaurant or... So, nice job.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we can, like, devour this. Let's choose next week. We're going to use the Craveable Keto Cookbook. Peanut chicken skillet.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Get some
Veggie chicken.
veggie chicken. Yeah. Yeah. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week with some peanut chicken skillet.
I wish I could send you some of this baklava. Hands down, best thing we've made.
It is really good.
All right. Peace.
Bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for staying till the end of the episode. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook at Board Barista Productions. And if you want to support us, Patreon link at the bottom.